Hello, this video is about the supply chain integration and distribution strategies. Supply chain integration is a business strategy that connects the different stages of a supply chain to work together more efficiently. The goal is to reduce costs, improve customer service, and deliver products faster. As the supply chain network is a dynamic and integrated system, in which all firms integrate to increase the value of every chain. There are two different ways to analyze the same. A. Cycle view. B. Push-pull view. The cycle view of a supply chain is a way of dividing the supply chain processes into a series of cycles. Each cycle occurs at the interface between two stages of the supply chain. In customer order cycle, customer arrives at a buying location in order to purchase the product. Here the goal of supply chain partner is to convert the customer arrival into the customer order. Once the customer scans through the product and inform the retailer what product they are buying, it is important for the partner to understand the customer demand and inform two other supply chain partners. In customer order fulfillment, the product demanded by the customer is delivered to customer on time and a trigger should be generated to replenish the inventory. In order receiving, the customer received the product and paid for the order. The payment receipt is updated in the records. The similar process is being followed in the replenishment cycle, manufacturing cycle, and procurement cycle. Now let's discuss about the push and pull supply chains. During the initial stages of industrialization, the focus was on reducing the pricing of the product by achieving the economies of scale. In this arrangement, the supply chain planning is based on the long-term forecast and hence the raw material is purchased in bulk and the products are manufactured at the lowest possible cost. Such products are then supplied to the market where most of the competition was based on the price points. This system is called as push-based supply chain where manufacturer push the product in the market at the lowest price, without understanding the market demand and variations possible over the time. The characteristic of push supply chain is lower prices of product, but it also has disadvantages like high finished stock inventory in case of less demand, risk of product obsolescence, inability to meet the changing demand patterns. As every partner works for the economies of scale, it leads to lot of variability in the supply chain, leading to bullwhip effect. Push-based supply chain is still feasible for products which are standard in nature, but for the garment industry, it is not advisable to go with the complete push supply chain. Pull-based supply chain is a reactive process where manufacturing happens only after the anticipation of actual customer demand. In this company, will not hold any finished goods, inventory and response to demand only when it is generated. Feature of pull-based supply chain is reduction in the inventory cost and less variability in the supply chain. To implement this system, the supply chain must be ready to anticipate or forecast customer orders with high probability. It would be important to reduce the lead time in pull supply chain, else, the time required for the conversion of demand to supply may be much higher. The objective of push-based supply chain is to reduce the cost, whereas pull system talks about maximizing the customer service level. Also, as the pull system reacts to customer order, the lead time may be little longer than that of push-based supply chain. Also, economies of scale can be achieved in push system, whereas the setup change cost is higher in pull system. It is important for a company to understand the benefits of these two systems of supply chain and decide which is the best strategy. The decision is depend on the nature of the product or the customer characteristics. It would be very difficult for a company to follow either pull or push supply chain. It is critical to find out decoupling point, in which a system converts into pull system. In this image, if the decoupling point is towards the right-hand side, that is, near to customer, then you can say that the supply chain is mostly push-based. In the fashion sector, where important characteristic is the new designs and trends, the decoupling point moves towards left-hand side, which makes it mostly pull system. Please comment below whether the fashion sector is following push system or pull-based system. You can also observe the push or pull system in retail stores. Putting lots of products on shelf without estimating the demand is a push system, while adding the products as per the customer demand is an example of pull system. So in push system, there is a focus on intermediators, while in pull system the focus is on customer demand. Push system mostly creates sales through physical visits by salesmen to retailers and distributors, trying to generate the more sales, whereas pull system focuses on modern marketing tools like social media, blogging, email marketing, etc. to generate demand. As push system demands more storage of inventory, the negotiation cost is also higher. Supply chain efficiency is significantly depend on how the distribution is planned. It is obvious that, a complex and multiplayer distribution channel, there will an impact on the cost as well as the logistic time. Traditionally, there are two major distribution strategies followed by businesses. The first one is direct shipment, which means movement of the goods directly from the supplier or manufacturer to the retail stores or end customer. And another is having warehouse or distribution center, which are called intermediate inventory storage points. Let's discuss these two, one by one. First, direct shipment strategy. In this, the goods are transported directly from the manufacturer to retailer, eliminating need for intermediate facilities. The advantages are as follows. Direct shipping can be faster because it doesn't involve forwarding order details to multiple suppliers. This is especially true for smaller orders, where third-party suppliers might wait to accumulate several orders before shipping them out. Direct shipping can lead to lower inventory costs, logistics costs, and thus reduce overall cost. It can also reduce redundancy and improve overall efficiency. Other advantages include greater inventory control, better quality control, increased flexibility, enhanced customer communication, access to more direct customer feedback, foster open communication, and increase brand loyalty. Direct shipment is useful where the products can be customized, for example, designer garment which can also be sold online, bakery products, customized car, etc. The issues with the direct shipment are as follows. Transportation cost will be higher as the goods shipped to individual retailer may be smaller in quantities, which may result of less than truckload issue. Also, more and frequent deliveries will increase the administrative work of multiple paperwork and tracking of orders. With no stock in warehouse, it would be difficult to respond to the increased demand. Because of these issues, it is not much used by industries. It may not be suitable for the standard product, where inventory cost per unit will be much less than the transportation cost per unit. In intermediate inventory storage point strategies, there are multiple strategies, which may be followed depending upon the nature of products, type of industry, and the distribution of demand. The first one is traditional warehousing strategy, where distribution centers and warehouse hold stock inventory and supply the products to their downstream customers as per the demand. Cross-docking strategy, warehouse and distribution centers serve as transfer points for inventory only, with no actual holding of items. In centralized pooling and transshipment strategies is used when there is a large variety of different products. Traditional warehousing is a conventional method of storing of finished goods in a warehouse that a business leases or owns. In this arrangement, businesses have full control over inventory management, including receiving, picking, packing, and order fulfillment. In order to effectively manage the supply chain, manufacturers need to decide on number and location of warehouse in the area of business, sizes of warehouse as per the demand, also whether the space to be rented or owned. These decision-making factors impacts inventory carrying cost to a significant level. If the number of warehouse are more, it will increase the rent or the capital investment, but the customer service level will be higher. If the number is less, then the time required to supply goods to retailers will be higher. Hence the cost-benefit analysis has to be carried out to decide optimum level of number of warehouse. Companies also have to decide on the production speed and inventory policy to utilize the capacity of the warehouse. Currently, companies do not invest the capital in the purchase of warehouse, instead, they take the required space on rent. Companies like DHL, Mahindra Logistics, TVS Supply Chain, Expressbees, Aj Enterprises etc. are few of the leading warehousing service providers in India. A warehouse can be centralized or decentralized. Centralized warehousing stores all inventory in one location, while decentralized warehousing stores inventory in multiple locations. In decentralized system, each facility identifies its most effective strategy without considering the impact on the other facilities in the supply chain, which leads to local optimization. Whereas in centralized system, decisions are made at a central location for the entire supply network. The objective of centralized warehousing system is to minimize the total cost of the system, subject to satisfying some service level requirements. In this the delivery time may be higher, but it leads to global optimization. Both these strategies have certain advantages and disadvantages. Hence it is advisable to select the combination of these two, to get the maximum benefit of warehousing. Cross-docking is a logistics process that moves goods directly from a supplier to a customer, with little to no storage time in between. It's a lean supply chain model that can help companies deliver goods faster and more efficiently. Cross-docking is especially useful for products that need to be transported quickly, like food, pharmaceuticals, and fast fashion. As goods spend very little time in storage at the warehouse, it limits inventory costs and decreases lead times. In this image, it is clear that there is no storage of goods, and the goods received are quickly sorted as per the destination and moved to the outbound vehicles as quickly as possible. Implementation of the cross-docking requires a significant investment into the technology. The supply chain partner must be equipped with the creation of the location-embedded barcodes or RFID tags, and the reader to track the details. The demand of the retailers must be known in advance to prepare the carton boxes with destination added to the barcode. The process involves the carton boxes packed and barcoded by the manufacturer, come to the cross-docking point by large trucks. The boxes are routed through the conveyor belts, where the barcode reader tracks the desired location of boxes and diverts it to appropriate loading line. Once the truck is full, it leaves the point to the expected location. This whole process needs very little human intervention and hence the speed and accuracy is much higher. Also it eliminates the two most expensive distribution operations, cost of handling and storing inventory. There are certain issues with cross-docking strategy. It requires huge investment into technology for managing the automated movement of boxes for RFID tags and reader, conveyor belts, etc. Accurate forecasting is needed to prepare the boxes as per the demand of retailers. A transportation system has to be aligned for the desired speed and availability. It is more suitable for those supply chain which can handle huge load of products. The next method in distribution strategy is transshipment in retail. It is the practice of moving inventory between stores to meet demand. It can help retailers address demand uncertainty and reduce inventory levels. In reactive transshipment, when one store runs out of inventory, it moves inventory from another store that has excess inventory. This type of transshipment is also known as an emergency transshipment. In proactive transshipment, retailers rebalance inventory before shortages occur. It will help to reduce the level of inventory and serve the customers better in case of stockout in one store. The best strategy for distribution depends on many factors. The accuracy of forecasting with respect to the price, location and quantity will help in deciding the number of warehouse and locations. The service level expectation will help to decide the expected lead time and mode of transportation. The inventory carrying cost will help to decide the manufacturing strategy, that is, make to stock or make to order. Every business needs to understand the primary goal and then decide the strategy in order to serve the customer at the lowest possible cost. This is all about the various distribution strategies. In case of any doubts, please comment below. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.